Hi, Young. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Hi Roy, nice to meet you. Doing well, thanks.
Good stuff. 2 weeks to go to the day till Trans-City Rail South. And we have your panel on unlocking AI in rail asset management. AI is something I'm particularly excited and interested in myself with what we're doing in our business. So I'm really looking forward to your panel. But tell me and share with the audience, why did you choose to run this panel at Trans-City Rail South?
Yeah, thanks, Roy. Yeah, really excited, first of all, to be attending and speaking and holding this panel discussion at Trans City Rail South. I think unlocking AI in rail asset management is a really pertinent topic for today. I think some of the biggest challenges in the rail sector at the moment are around the operational railway and the kind of resilience and sustainability around that. I think again the background of the aging infrastructure and at this day and age trying to kind of sweat the asset as much as possible. Um, it's come at a really good time where the technology boom and the AI reality are no longer a future dream is here now.
Mm.
So I think that a lot of the challenges, which have actually been there for a while in terms of how to best understand the asset and manage the asset, can now be solved and can be kind of embarked upon in new ways through AI and new technology.
Yeah, I
So
agree. We're
yeah.
on the precipice, aren't we, of something really quite significant with AI and some of the solutions to some of the challenges I think we've been scratching our heads on for a long time in the industry. Suddenly there's light at the end of the tunnel, excuse the pun, and we can see real scope of opportunity, can't we?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think especially in the rail industry, there's been a real big push, I think, especially this year, at all levels, really. I mean, I think we've already seen a lot of initiatives bottom up from individual organizations, really trying to figure out what the real challenges are and how to deploy AI solutions towards that. But also, top down, we've seen, recent UK government policies in terms of plans to action AI and implement that in the real rail environment and also
Yeah.
from the DFT as well. So I think it really is a time to come together and figure out how we can do this now. Yeah.
Indeed, I agree. I agree. So, what's the one thing, if there is one thing, and I'm sure there's many, the audience is going to learn from this panel in 2 weeks' time?
I think the one thing which the audience may learn from this is that the we are in the midst of an AI revolution, and we are at a time now where we can really put our minds together and utilize AI across our rail asset management problems. I think it's not from a lack of ideas or lack of willingness. I think it's perhaps a kind of it takes a mind shift and kind
Mhm.
of a shift towards thinking like others are doing it now as well and going together as an industry to solve these problems. We've seen a real kind of progress in allied industries.
Mhm.
For example, in the mining industry, where there's a real kind of boom and ability to prototype quickly and deploy. And the kind of science behind AI in research and development has really um, been booming as well. So I think actually deploying real AI solutions past just prototyping stage through to implementation on real projects
Mhm.
is what I want people to go away and take that message home with that they can do this now.
And then once they've taken that message home, what kind of
Yes.
engagement and action are you looking to inspire after the event? You talked about mind shift before. What does that mean?
So I think part of it is reticence to adopt new technologies, but part of it is maybe just trying to understand how um, others have been doing this. So hopefully we'll be able to cover some case studies, and yes, it's great that we should hopefully be able to cover some. some good case studies and some success stories, but I think part of it's also being truthful about the challenges and some of the
Yeah,
barriers to adoption. Some of these may be technological, some of these may be procedural or funding wise. And I think if we go away with a common understanding of where some of these challenges are, then there's a sound basis for conversation to happen and for real action then to be enabled on rail asset management projects.
so I think everyone needs to have an open mind, don't they? And think about the art of the possible and
Yeah,
not worry about the unknown unknowns. Let's just go on a
yes.
journey discovery and see what we can achieve.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think also the rate at which AI is growing,
Mm.
the rate of learning required also,
Yeah,
just to know what's going on, is really essential to know what is there, what is the art of the possible, and then not be kind of scared by what's happening, but to embrace it. And I think some of the questions, some of the problems are age-old problems and are aren't necessarily the most complex of problems. These may be issues of just data recording, taxonomy. Where are there issues within the rail environment? But actually now there's new methods through AI, through automation, which can enable huge savings and efficiencies to be made.
yeah, I agree. And we're seeing this as a common thread with the conversations that we're having with the supply chain. We've got an engagement team responsible for finding new suppliers and getting them to come to our event to listen to panel discussions like you and exhibit. And almost 70% of the time, we're dealing with technology based companies or companies that are looking to embed technology, and AI is at the top of the agenda. So I think there's a real shift, certainly amongst the SMEs. The larger companies like yourselves have already made that move, but I think the SMEs are being more open to a technology as new and as exciting as AI as perhaps they might have been 10 years ago. I think they would have been a bit more closed off. But we're a lot more comfortable with technology now, I think, as not just as an industry, but as human beings.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it really opens up the field and the marketplace to collaborations across larger organizations and SMEs. And I think also the kind of shape of teams to deliver rail asset management projects will change and is changing, and to not
Yeah,
only incorporate rail experts but also data scientists, software engineers, and those within the AI and machine learning realms. So bringing kind of not just new tools and technologies but new skills and new resources into those teams to deliver and collaborate on these projects is absolutely necessary.
couldn't agree with you more. Young, that's been amazing. Let's leave it there. We don't want to give too much away. I look forward to meeting you in 2 weeks' time at Trans City Rail South. Thank you.
Likewise, Roy. Thanks very much.